Hey everybody, this is Kurt again with the Monongahela Northern N-Scale Model Railroad. I have been absent for a while. In November 2022, I had a pretty significant shoulder surgery, and because of that, I was not able to work on the layout at all last winter. And wintertime is usually when I can actually find time to work on the layout. I was down here running my trains last winter, and I realized something, and that is that on this green line, the upper green line, it actually is a figure eight. And the trains were always going to be going through the figure eight, and they'll go in on one track and come back on the other track, but it was always in the same direction. No matter what, it was always going to be the same direction. And that kind of bothered me a lot, because that was kind of, I thought it'd be really nice to have trains going in two different directions across that bridge at the same time. So originally I had a switch, a very short passing siding here. And there was a switch here that came in, and so we only had one line coming down from the top. And that switch, I decided it was too short of a passing siding because it was only that long. And if I had a really long train, there was no way it was going to fit in there. And so what I did was I extended the inner rail all the way down and around and down the back. As you can see, now I have a switch down the back to allow those two tracks to come back together again. This would allow me to bring a train in from one direction and go on the inside track, and then a train coming from the other direction, which would come over that bridge in the back there up top, and I could have him on the outside section. And then they could pass in there, and then when they come back down across this bridge, they would be going in opposite directions. So that's what I did. I started that probably early spring of last year, and then I just finished it about a week ago, and I've been running my trains through it in both directions to make sure that this entire thing is now working with no derailments. All of the joints were soldered and filed, and everything seems to be running good. I've run it through there about 20 times in each direction and have not had a derailment yet, so I think I'm in pretty good shape, which means that I can now focus on the next chunk of work that I want to do. The next chunk of work I want to do is to finish up the green line. This loop down here in the bottom comes off of the green line, and this is supposed to be the main green line, and that's supposed to come back down here. And let me lower this camera a little bit. That green line is supposed to come out of a tunnel over there and then be on the inside track here across this lift bridge, which is not installed, and that goes all the way down and back. Now, everything you've seen me run so far has been through the yard, which is where that loco is with all those coal cars. That also goes through the green line, and I'll be able to use them to run trains in opposite directions, because I can have one go through the yard and then one come through over this lift bridge. The lift bridge will be the main line for the section of the green line. And so my next goal right now is to finish up all this track for the blue line and green line coming across this bridge, and then hooking up the green line there. I won't be doing the blue line yet because I have to finish some work up there on the green. But that's my plan going forward for this winter. Once that's done, then I'll probably start working on doing the timber harvesting area that I'm planning for up top on the green line back there in the corner. That's all going to be a timber harvesting area. So that will be what I'm going to be doing. I'll drop some videos every once in a while when I get around to that. I'll talk to you soon.